Hello everyone. In this part we will discuss about free fall and acceleration due to gravity of the earth. So what do you mean by free fall first, right? So free fall means whenever an object fall towards the earth under the action of gravitational force of earth only, right? In that case we can say that the object is in the state of free fall. So let this be the surface of the earth, right, and an object is falling towards the center of the earth or towards the surface with some height. Okay, so here let this height be h, and whenever this object is falling towards the ground or towards the surface of the earth, it will experience some sort of acceleration. Now look at this situation carefully. Suppose at this height you are holding some object and you left it, okay, just escape it from your hand. So in that case, is there any force acting on the object? Yes, there is one force, and that force is the attraction of the earth. So here if we are relieving a object from a certain height, okay, from this height if we are relieving, then after we are relieving it from our hand, we are not applying any force, still the object will fall downward, right? So if an object is at rest, means this object is at what? Rest. So and it falls down automatically, right? So definitely some force is acting on the object. As we know, there must be an external unbalanced force to make a body at rest to move, right? If an object is at rest, to make it move we need some force. So definitely when we are releasing the object from our hand, it is falling downward, and if it is falling downward, then definitely a force is acting on the object, and that force is gravitational force of attraction of earth on the object, right? So this gravitational force is responsible for any object that falls towards the ground or falls towards the center of the earth when it is released from a particular height above the ground, right? So when an object falls towards the ground, and at that moment only one force, and that one force is the gravitational force of the earth is acting on it alone, right? So in that case the object is said to be in the state of free fall. Clear? Right? So free fall means when an object falls towards the earth under the action of gravitational force of earth alone, right? Now if the object is falling towards the surface or towards the center of the earth, look, you might have observed that if the object is falling from this height, right, so if it will fall towards the ground, look, initially at rest, then it starts what? Moving. So if an object is moving from its state of rest because of a force, and definitely this force is acting continuously on the object, right? This force of gravitation of earth is acting continuously on the object, right? And we know when a force acts on an object continuously, what? The motion of the object is accelerated motion, right? The motion of the object is accelerated motion. Then this object has some sort of acceleration, right? The object is experiencing some acceleration, and this acceleration here is known as acceleration due to gravity. This acceleration here is known as acceleration due to gravity, right? So whenever an object is in free fall, it falls towards the earth, and at that time the object experiences some acceleration, and that is associated with the movement of the object, and this acceleration is known as acceleration due to gravity. Clear everyone? Now acceleration due to gravity is denoted by small g. Remember one thing, capital G is universal gravitational constant, right? Universal gravitational constant, and this small g is acceleration due to what? Gravity. Clear? Now as it is acceleration due to gravity, its SI unit must be what? Meter per second square, as the unit of all acceleration is what? Meter per second square. Now how can we find out? Look, if this acceleration due to gravity is because of our earth, right? So the force of attraction by the earth on any object will be fixed, okay? So if the force is fixed, then definitely there must be some fixed value of this small g, or this the value of acceleration due to gravity, right? So let's have a look how can we derive it. So we know what, according to Newton's second law of motion, F equals to ma. Force is the product of mass and acceleration, and here we are taking A as g, because here acceleration is acceleration due to gravity. So we can write F equals to mg. Now look, the force of gravitational attraction of a body of mass m due to earth of mass capital M. Look, the mass of the object is small m, mass of the earth is m, and radius is r. So according to universal law of gravitation, we can write F equals to g m1 m2 by r square. So here m1 is the mass of the object, m2 is the mass of the earth. So we can write it as F equals to g small m into capital M by r square. Now putting this value, okay, so in what? Newton second law of motion. Now look, let it be what? Equation 2, right? So from these two equation, what do we get? What are we getting here? Look, according to universal gravitational law, this F equals to g m1 m2 by r square. According to Newton's second law, we know F equals to ma. Now from these two equations, देखो, here it is also given F, this is also F for the same object. Now we can what? Write mg equals to capital G m by r square. So this small m will cancel each other. So you can write as g equals to capital G capital M by r square. So here look, capital G is universal gravitational constant, capital M is mass of the earth, and r is radius of the earth, right? Now so when the object is at a distance r from the center of the earth, right? Suppose when the object is at the surface of the earth, we can write what the distance will be, radius of the earth. If it is above to the surface, then what the distance will be taken as r, not radius of the earth. So we can write g equals to gm by r square. Clear everyone? Now, so look, the value of g may be constant, but it also changes in some cases. Let's see how. So g is what, gm by r square. Now this acceleration due to gravity depends on three factors. What are they? Universal gravitational constant, mass of the earth, and radius of the object from the center. Now, as we know, this is what, universal gravitational constant. So this value never changes nowhere. Okay, so everywhere the value of this universal gravitational constant is fixed. That is how much? Remember na, what universal gravitational constant has value 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. So the value is fixed. And mass of the earth is how much, anyone? 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg. So this is all, mass also cannot be changed, right? So this acceleration due to gravity mostly depend on only one factor, that is radius of the earth, or the distance of the object from the center of the earth. So if the distance will change, the acceleration due to gravity will change. So now let's have a look how it will change. So this is, look, the acceleration due to gravity, look, the shape of the earth is not exactly as a sphere, it is quite flattened at the pole, right? So we can write the shape is like this, quite flattened. So here is the what, these are poles. So in the polar region the radius is quite less. So here look, if the radius will be less, acceleration due to gravity will be more. So as the shape of the earth is flattened at poles, the value of acceleration due to gravity is comparatively more at the polar region. So at the, while moving from the equator towards the pole, the value of acceleration due to gravity increases because the radius of the earth gradually decreases. Clear? Hence look, the value of g is greater at the pole and lesser at the equator. Now how can you calculate? Okay, we are given with all this value, right? We know the value of universal gravitational constant, we know the mass of the earth and also the radius of the earth. So by putting all this value here, we can find out what, that the value of acceleration due to gravity will be what, the value of g is 9.8 meter per second square. Clear? Next, now when an object is under the influence of gravitational force, there will be a change in the equation of motion. How? Let's see. In equation of motion we had 3 motion, that was what? V equals to u plus at, then s equals to ut plus half at square, and v square minus u square equals to 2 as. So here we can substitute the displacement with height, and a with g. So the 3 equation will be v equals to u plus gt, h equals to, here h equals to ut plus half gt square, and v square minus u square is equal to 2 gh. Now one more thing I would like to say. When an object at rest falls towards the earth, its initial velocity will be 0. Look, if an object is falling from a certain height towards the earth, definitely here initial velocity u will be 0. So the equation will be changed like this: v equals to gt, because it was u plus gt, so u will be 0, s equals to ut plus half gt square, so ut means this expression will be 0. We can write s equals to half gt square. Now third equation will be this, here was u square, so u square 0, then we can write gh equals to v square. Then when an object with some initial velocity falls towards earth, then the equation will be as it is. Next, when an object is thrown upward, remember the value of g is taken as negative, because it will be what? When an object is thrown vertically upward, the object it will be at what? Retardation. Clear? So the equation will change: v equals to u minus gt, s equals to ut minus half gt square, minus 2 gh equals to v square minus u square.